What's up, everybody? Good morning. Good morning to you. Look at that. My target time reached 6:03. That's where we're headed, folks. We're headed to a consistent 6:03. Good to see all of you. How's it going? Let's look at the chat. Say some good mornings. John, you need to change your YouTube name. Where's Coop's mom? She's coming. She's coming. We're going to discuss all of the things. She's going to a lady named Lon to get her nails done later. And it's a good time to call her because she's in the car. She'll actually answer her phone. Mom, say hi to Lon. What am I doing? Guys, I tweeted yesterday because my daughter came in at the end of the show. A little package of cute showed up. And so I joked about having my mom on the show today. Unfortunately, she is still sleeping because she's retired. And my parents stay up very late watching television. They watch too much television, folks. I have to worry about my children and my parents watching too much television. Certainly news. And they watch opposite news. They're in two different, my parents are in two different news bubbles. Makes for fun dinners. Folks, am I wrong, Coop? Wait. That's what crypto promised me. Retired. She's retired from the crypto game, crypto for change. Oh my God. Is everybody good? What's up? I haven't looked much, but I did see that inflation came in cooler than expected. I imagine that is at least initially a pop for growth and the markets in general. So that's good news. Yeah, so we got all the things to talk about. Now, short sweater. What is going on? So wait. John Mazzoni is the short sweater. Is that what we're talking about? Good morning. Oh, wow. Had my first commercial when logging into the ReCoop today. Weird. GM to Coop's mom's friend, Lon. Oh, man. This is good. The live thing does just make me say whatever the hell I want to say. More hacks. I know. I saw that. Coop, go Digibyte. What's up, Jarrett Group? Nice to see you. XEP. I know you sound Filecoin and Digibyte in the Electra protocol. I see a lot of the Digibyte guys also like XEP. I don't know a lot about Electra protocol. I do know about Digibyte and Filecoin though. Filecoin has had a good run in the recent weeks, months. What's up, Gov? Good morning. Where's Coop's mom? Good morning, fam. All right, Scotty. Good to see everybody. So let's go scroll around some of the normal sites that we do, and then we'll kind of talk about the things that have happened this week, what I expect to have. Let's just have some fun. It's the end of the week. This is I'm going to conclude week 6 of just do the damn show, Cooper. That's been the imperative that I gave myself. I said, look, for 3 months, you've got to figure out how to change your sleep cycle. You got to wake up. You got to show up every time. Last week, I did miss 3 days for my wife's birthday, and it was a hectic week. Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week, right? Yeah, last week. But I'm halfway to the 12 weeks of just wake the hell up, do the show, figure out. Don't put a lot of pressure on yourself to create some elaborate form and see what shape it takes in those 3 months. And then, after those 3 months, it's time to check in with myself about how I can take this to the next level. I'm always doing that anyways. But for real, in the most sincere way possible, I have to say that this chat over here on the right has really helped. I was going to do it anyways, folks. I was determined to do this. But still, it made it a hell of a lot easier having an active group here talking to me the whole time, being able to go over there and almost not be able to keep up with all of the funny and the insight and all of that. So it made it a lot easier knowing that I was going to wake up and come and there was going to be some people here. So that's awesome, man. I really appreciate all of you. So the Cooper Troopers are awesome. We're going to make this show bigger with wider reach. I'm going to have funnier things to do. I'm excited about the future of the show, but we're only finishing week 6. So I still have, 6 more weeks of fumbling around with this thing, and then I'll continue to fumble around, but hopefully it'll get better. All right, let's look at, where should we go first? Well, because it's inflation day, let's see what futures are doing. All right. There they are. Is that where they are? Yeah, that is where they are. All right. So, okay. Not exactly euphoric. Futures were, well, actually, the NASDAQ, when I looked before the core PCE numbers, NASDAQ was a little bit in the green, but this isn't looking like a euphoric pump after, inflation has been solved. Inflation still was ticking up. Let's read about it. Key Fed inflation gauge rose 0.3% in February, less than expected. So that's the headline. That's the good news. We're already seeing the smart guys, the big money. They're all talking about the inflation concerns, turning into deflation concerns, really, recession, which feeds that narrative that the Fed is not going to be able to continue to raise interest rates because of, a credit crunch. I mean, we're seeing those things like Cathie Wood and Crypto for Change's crush. She's been saying for a long time that tech will cause deflation, and that's the actual concern. And we're seeing with AI and all of the crazy crap there, with letters saying stop, it's getting dangerous. So AI is certainly going to put a lot of people out of work. All right. The personal consumption expenditures, blah, 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 increased 0.3% for the month. That was below the 0.4% Dow Jones estimate and lower than the 0.5% January increase. On a 12-month basis, core PCE increased 4.6%, a slight deceleration from the level in January. Including food and energy, headline PCE increased 0.3% monthly and 5% annually compared to all those other numbers. The softer than expected data came with monthly energy prices decreasing 0.4%, while food prices rose 0.2%. Goods prices rose 0.2%, while services increased 0.3%. All right, so I was kind of like anchormanning that a little bit, and now I'm actually reading that. The softer than expected data came with monthly energy prices Okay, so all right, so that might be why the market isn't exactly doing backflips, because all right, maybe I'm misunderstanding, but it seems like maybe these decreases are just because of energy, while food is still rising and goods are still rising. In other data from the report, personal income increased 0.3%, slightly above the 0.2% estimate. Consumer spending increased 0.2% compared to the 0.3%. All right, okay. Market pricing Friday morning following the inflation report indicated a slight bias towards the Fed raising its benchmark rate another quarter percentage point in May. I am not going to sit here all of April wondering what the hell the Fed's going to do in May. I don't care. The Fed's own unofficial projections released last week pointed to perhaps one more increase this year and no reductions. However, traders expect cuts this year, with end-year pricing for the federal fund rate at 4.25, 4.5%, half a point below the current target range. While inflation has ebbed in some areas, it has remained pernicious in others. Shelter costs in particular have risen sharply. Fed officials, though, are looking through that increase and expect rents to decelerate through the year. Still, inflation is likely to remain well above the Fed's 2% target into 2024, and officials have said they remain focused on bringing down prices despite the current bank turmoil. Data released Thursday suggests that the problems in banking also may be at least under control. Borrowing through two energy emergency Fed lending programs decreased slightly last week, indicating that there has been no frantic liquidity dash for banks that may be undercapitalized. So what they're saying is that the banks seem fine and the market is pricing in cuts when there very well may not be cuts. Okay. Well, I don't feel like I really gave a whole lot of insight. I just kind of stumbled through that. But guys, look, you win some, you lose some over here at the ReCoop. Nobody wants to watch Bill Gates take a test ride. Trump indictment. There you go. You guys are all talking about that for good reason. Former president indicted by a New York grand jury. I think people on all sides of the aisle would be like, nah, look, probably not your best opener. The whole shutting down a porn star so his wife doesn't find out isn't exactly something that everybody's going to rally around, be like, oh yeah, put him in jail. But whatever. I don't care about that. There you go. That's CNBC. Let's go to Bloomberg real quick. It will be weird. Will he do a perp walk? I mean, oh God, the drama. Okay, South Korean opposition leader legal. I'm not going to sit here and just read headlines here. White House tries to keep China calm while Taiwan's Tsai visits the U.S. There we go. That's probably more important. All right. Nothing interesting there. Let's get to why we're actually here. So I imagine. So we had a big Bitcoin options expiration today. I think it was something like 4 billion. We did not get any drastic movement. It actually kind of pushed down for a bit, but it looks like interest rates. It looks like inflation numbers are doing a little good. Certainly not euphoric. Bitcoin slips as Fed's preferred. That doesn't make sense. It didn't slip, actually. I mean, I guess it slipped, but it actually slipped from the options, and then it's actually up since they announced the 0.3%. But whatever. Okay. Open interest in XRP surges to 800 million as crypto traders host Ripple SEC verdict. Will it bring alt season? People, you guys are talking about alt season. That would be surprising to me, but I've been surprised a lot in the past. But I think we're feeling pretty good right now. Really, like all the charts say, let's go. There we go. Look at that, CoinDesk. There we go. Hurry up. VeChain. Oh, no. Algo. I caught it. 22 cents. A little down from yesterday. Cardano. What you got, Cardano? Cardano users can soon access Ethereum dApps directly from ADA wallets. The move will be enabled after a new feature on Milkomeda, an Ethereum virtual machine network, goes live. All right, what you doing over here? Well, if you are, I'm sure if you're in the Algorand community or the Cardano community, that Milkomeda is on both the Algorand networks and the Cardano. Oh, there you go. Cardano users will soon be able to access EVM contracts using a Cardano wallet, expanding the network's utility for developers and users. That is thanks to an upcoming feature on Milkomeda, a network that connects blockchains such as Cardano and Algorand to EVM contracts. Milkomeda is launching a feature allowing every Cardano user to use EVM contracts directly from any Cardano wallet. Sebastian Guillermo, who was a guest on the show, and he's the CEO of Milkomeda. Milkomeda is soon enabling staking rewards for all EVM users, including smart contract developers. The staking rewards from Cardano products built on Milkomeda will be paid automatically every 5 weeks or days. Okay, great. So anything interesting here, guys? The feature would allow Ethereum application developers to build on Cardano's network using Solidity, the computer language used to code Ethereum, without the need for installing new toolkits or learning a new language. Such applications can then be used solely with Cardano tokens instead of Ether, increasing utility for holders. That's cool. Alexander, whatever. Are you saying a dApp builder from the EVM world can now build his dApp on Cardano via Milkomeda, coding in Solidity, and users transact with ADA on said dApp seamlessly? Yes, any EVM project can deploy their dApp to the whole Cardano community. No need for users to buy some extra token. They can do everything with ADA they already have in their wallets. Well, I think that's cool. Congratulations to Milkomeda. All right. Yeah, good. We're good. Okay. So CoinDesk, you did what you did, man. You did what you did. You know, on Monday, we all remember that the CFTC went after Binance, starting the week, making us wonder, is this going to be a coordinated attack? You know, is the Department of Justice coming soon after? Is the SEC coming soon after? So, you know, Fridays tend to be a day. I wonder if there's going to be a shoe to drop today. Who knows? I saw CZ posting about Binance US. There's been a lot of talk about Binance US. I think it's pretty logical and probably won't really move markets much, actually, because I think it's so expected that the SEC is going to take action against Binance US. Now, how deep this goes is what everyone's curious about, right? Do they actually do criminal charges versus CZ? Those are all the things, but we don't know that yet. And everything seems to be doing okay. So we'll see. All right, let's go to CoinMarketCap real quick to check in on these prices. All right. So Bitcoin is pushing up 1% over the last hour, down a little bit over the last 24 hours, up over the last 7 days. Ethereum is green through all threes, outperforming Bitcoin in the last 7 days. BNB has been at 317, just locked at 317. This would be also something very interesting, is something very interesting to watch. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, the SEC has been pretty careful about telling us which cryptocurrencies are a security. Gary keeps on saying pretty much all of them. I mean, and then he kind of chuckles like he does a stupid chuckle, and he doesn't. They're like all except for Bitcoin. They're all most of them, 99%. Well, but he never actually or very rarely indicates any specific cryptocurrency. I could see a world where they go after Binance US and name BNB as a security. Even though, do they have the power to do all that? They say yes. They have lots more power than we give them credit for. So Solana is down 5%. Polkadot is green across the board. Litecoin, every time I look at Litecoin, it's about 89 cents. But is John Mazzoni out there? You remember when you were making fun of me for buying Litecoin at like 65? Well, look at that. I made what? $80. Okay, let's see. Monero, that was another thing I bought when I bought Litecoin. That was down to like 132 then, so that was smart. That's another like $60, John. That's $140, bro. I can almost buy an NFT. You can buy an NFT for cheaper than $140. Okay, so whoa, look at you, Hedera Hashgraph, old H-bar barians. All the H-bar barians out there are feeling a little juice in their pants. It's early, guys. 6 o'clock. The H Barbarians feeling some juice. Look at that. 20% over the last 7 days, 10% over the last 24 hours. Lehman Baird, old pie face, delivering. Sorry, Jesus. Do you guys know what Lehman Baird looks like? We're about to find out. Okay, Aptos is down 11%. Okay, man, I'm really milking this. Near has been sitting under $2. It's having a hard time breaking that. And then friend of Algorand, VeChain. And then Algorand itself. Look at you, man, in the top 40 like a man or a woman or a them, whatever you want, guys. But Algorand is at 22.3. 22.3. Little down from yesterday. I believe yesterday was 22.5. So we're in this range. I don't know this, but there was stupid volume yesterday. If you were with me yesterday, it was like 250 million, 300 million dollars worth of volume of algo in the previous 24 hours. That has been cut down significantly to 74 million, which is still pretty high because I think it was resting around 30, 40 million. So it's still high, but I wonder if XRP and algo were kind of caught up in that South Korean exchange wave that happened the last few days. I know XRP was, but I wonder if algo was also part of that. And then Tezos loves number 50. They have low volume here too. Home of the California DMV, Tezos. Justin Bonds, if you've watched, if you're familiar with that guy, he's a Twitter guy, very bearish on Bitcoin. He was a guest on my show. He did an analysis of Algorand. We had a conversation about it. He's a nice guy. He seems pretty bullish on Tezos, actually, if anybody's interested in that. How is volume? Yeah, volume has been sitting at 20 billion. Ethereum volume is a little down. The volume is down, folks. Volume is down. BNB volume is super, well, I guess that's not super low, but still pretty low for that. XRP's volume is pushing down, but still at 2 billion. Polkadot always has pretty low volume compared to its peers up there in the top 15. All right. How are you guys doing? You're still with me? Have I lost you yet? That was CoinMarketCap. Okay, let's go to our friends at Vestige. I like Vestige. I'm a fan of Vestige. I'm going back to Vestige, guys. Unless Bunsen tells me himself, please, Cooper, will you call it Vestige? Please, because I like that guy, I will do it. But absent that request, it's Vestige. All right. So 7 days. Okay, so we're down about 1% over the last 24 hours. Are there 24 or 22 hours in a day, guys? And everything's pretty red. Man, look at that cliff. Bank's a hard one. I like Bank. I like AlgoFi. I like what you can do with Bank, but man, that's a hard one to hold. I have some Bank locked up until 2119. When my 8-month-old will be 130 and he is going to get that bank. You know what I mean? I can't wait for my 8-month-old when he's 130 years old to get that bank in his will. So ASAs are pushing down. ASAs are a hard game right now. Unless they have utility like a bank, frankly, it's hard. I mean, Zone, I guess you can play some games. Go Mint is, look at that ladder. Boop, boop. Putting some work. They got some robots putting in work, I bet. Some ARB, some whatever, something, doing something. I don't know what they're doing. Buying. I don't know. But they're a sophisticated group over there at Algo Mint. They know tokenomics. They know bots. They know all of the things. It's a good group, and we're lucky to have that group in the Algorand ecosystem from pretty much day one. People ask me if I own Meld Gold. I don't. I don't own Meld Gold. So it looks like what? One token is a gram of gold at $62. I'm down. I'll add the asset. Anybody want to tip me in gold? That would be rad. All right. Opulus. Now, Opulus is in its own sort of category of Algorand ASAs with only a few because Opulus actually is on other exchanges with the CFO, with good market making experience, yada, 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 yada. So you can expect probably Opal to be a performer if they continue to deliver. They also have Lee Parsons, who's pretty good at, at the whole being out there in front of people thing. All right. So we did it. We did that. I'll check the block and then we're going to start getting. Oh, okay. So what should we talk about first? What do you guys want to talk about first? You guys want to talk about Elizabeth Warren? Do you guys want to talk about my algo continuation? You guys want to talk about Travel X? You want to have some fun with Michael Burry and Jim Cramer? We got some more Binance stuff, let's see. Okay, that's part of that. Okay, let's just start with something funny. We got Matt Damon coming out this week. So I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's just burn this one. Matt Damon says he did that dumb crypto.com ad for shits and giggles. No, Matt Damon says he did that dumb crypto.com ad because his water nonprofit was down. The Fortune Favors the Brave crypto Super Bowl commercial was used to finance water microfinancing nonprofit water.org. Hey, Matt, you don't have to apologize for this, okay? The Fortune does favor the brave. Let's read. What did he say? I thought the headline was funny that he's coming out regretting it. Oh, man. Wimp. All right, what does he say? Okay, on Wednesday, short interview with Damon. We had a down year in water.org. Referring to the nonprofit he co-founded that gives microfinancing for people looking to access clean water and sanitation. He awkwardly laughs and he says, and I did that commercial in an attempt to raise money for water.org. Mm-hmm. Damon said he gave his whole salary to water.org, apparently referring to the money he made from acting in the commercial, and added crypto.com donated $1 million to the nonprofits. I have a lot of gratitude for what they did for our foundation. Did he give his whole day rate salary? Which obviously Matt Damon works for much more than scale. But I mean, I've done some commercials and the real money's in the residuals, Matt. All right. And added crypto.com, donated $1 million to the nonprofit. I have a lot of gratitude for what they did for our foundation. All right. So he didn't completely throw crypto.com under the bus. Okay. That's enough. Nobody really cares about that. You guys don't really care about that. All right. All right. How are you guys doing? Where's Coop's mom? Yeah. TNT, Algomin are brilliant. Good morning, Wilder. Thanks for coming back, buddy. ReCoop, you should tell people how to detect red flags of scam coins. Okay. Well, launching the token before there's any proof of anything, like AINU or something like that. But it's hard to know about the scam coins. I mean, look, ASAs are we'll just talk specifically about ASAs. That's a tough game. And I think most people that play in ASAs know you are in a casino. In some way, you are sort of in a casino with most of them. Now, there are certain ones that I kind of pointed out as I was going through. Go Mint is a governance token that is used for liquidity. It's something that you can farm. It's backed by a good team, so it's a good team. It should give you some confidence that they're going to continue to, keep it afloat with good tokenomics and stuff like that. So it is, if you're going to be in the Algorand ecosystem and you're going to go on Humble and you're going to farm your, algo go mint or whatever, it that's, those are, there's a lot of risk of losses there, but you can find some confidence by knowing the teams behind these projects. And like I said, Opal also has a robust team. Lee Parsons has a very successful company called Ditto, and he's big in the music industry. He's delivered on some artists that are well known, and he's now continuing, and he seems hell-bent on it. He has shown dedication to Algorand, and even when the community's turned on him and stuff like that. Then you have like Ludo, Votecoin. This guy shows up every time. So when it comes to ASAs and you want to know my personal strategy for it, well, it's usually because the yield is so enticing and the team behind the project feels legit to me. So even if it is a governance token or something like that, which always brings me pause, if I'm not planning on staying in it for a long time and there's 140% yield, I might take that risk for some fun. But that's definitely not financial advice, because you can get burned left, right, center playing that game. But it can work out in your favor too. It has in my case sometimes. When will the bleeding in bank end? I know, Maximus. I know. It's okay. It's okay. They gave us a lot of it for free. It has utility. Yeah, how are those guys doing? Are we getting communication from them? Are they feeling good? Dustin says, GM, rise and shine, you groovy groove masters. Hope everyone has a Cooper-tastic day today. Come on. However we can incorporate my name in fun words, I'm here for it. All right, we'll get back to the chat. What else should we talk about? Let's just talk about, let's talk first. Actually, hold on. Sorry, guys. I'm going to do this. I have to find that tweet real quick. It's from our very own John Mazzone. Hold on one second. Let me go back here. Make sure this looks okay. There we go. Sweet. Yep. So John Mazzoni delivers bad news today. He says the attacker is back and they're draining ASAs. Looks to be removing LP and sending both ASAs and algo. This is devastating. Tom says some absolutely tiny amounts being taken too. In some cases, they're really going after everything. I hope they get their comeuppance. Damn you, Tom. Like, come on, man. I hope they get what's coming to them. I hope they get their what's due. I hope they get punished. Don't make me try to say that word. Leveled up the script to go for scraps. Okay, somebody was like, this wallet was funded 500 days ago, but John corrects him to say that's an exploited wallet from early on. All right, this seems like FUD to me, but do we know for sure whether or not Paraweb is compromised? Some are saying their accounts that have not been in my algo are being drained. So people are saying that they started a Paraweb wallet because Paraweb is really new. Paraweb, I think, launched during this. Not sure, to be honest. Seen 2 reports of the accounts only ever being in Para, but unconfirmed. Flipping Algo says same and privately and additional. So it's starting to add up. Of course, there are a variety of other possible explanations, but nervous. Okay, that wasn't on the topic there. Algo always getting hacked. Oh man, Imperious. What you talking about, bro? This one will hurt. Somebody got a lot of chip. Yeah, the problem, Mingo NFT, with this is just stole one Go ETH. Perhaps Algomint can blacklist this user from the bridges. Yeah, well, I'm sure they will because Algomint is a KYC platform, but that guy's not going to Algomint, and he's going to go to a DEX. He's going to swap this Go ETH for some Algo, and then he's going to send that Algo off. Skippy is kind of incredulous about how people still haven't rekeyed. Well, guys, this is interesting. I know I didn't actually watch the Algorand assembly, but I did hear that John Wood says that they have identified a suspicious person. So it's odd. It's odd to know that still they're ramping this up. I don't know if this has just been automated from the beginning. Is that even possible? Like with timelines and stuff like that, or are they just? I mean, this is clearly, and I've said this from the very beginning. This reeks of an attack on Algorand to shake conviction in Algorand. And here it is coming back after a ton of really, frankly, pretty positive news. Algorand is consistently getting some love on CoinDesk, frankly. It's pretty amazing, which is something I do want to push back a little bit. And, John called it devastating. Christian is calling it devastating. I love both you guys. But is this really devastating? I don't think so. I mean, I think the whole thing is devastating for sure. But like this new thing it's predictable. Like this person is shown that they were going to drain everything. They already have done this a few weeks ago. What's devastating, and which I will concede, is that it's still not stopping. That is devastating. Maybe I take that back. You guys are right. I'm devastated. But at the same time, look, folks, if you needed more proof that you should move anything that you give a shit about, I understand there's a limited group. A lot of people buy this stuff and just leave it alone. Maybe people are like, my God, crypto. So this is the issue with this right now, is that there probably are a lot of people out there that were paying a lot of attention to crypto for a while, but then everything kind of went bad and they're like, I can't deal with this anymore. I don't want to deal with it. I'm not going to be on Twitter. I'm not going to pay any attention to it. I'm leaving my stuff alone. It should be safe. And I am going to think about other things. I'll come back in a couple of years. Hopefully everything is up and I've made money. Well, that was a mistake because there is huge problems with my algo. But there is a possibility of that. And this person is just draining everything. And it reeks like trying to shake conviction. So if there's a suspicious person, let's catch that person and let's move on. Okay. Like me, moving on right now to better news. Oh, wow. But Bitcoin the markets are going up on a Tuesday or Friday. Yeah. So we're almost up to 28.5. Ethereum's pushing past 18. So the market's happy. Anyways, Argentinian airline issues every ticket as an NFT. Let's see. Now I'm like, no, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Let's keep that in there. All right, yeah. Everything's moving up. Okay. Argentinian low-cost airline Flybondi is integrating Web3 into its ticketing process by issuing e-tickets as non-fungible tokens. The new integration announced Thursday is called Ticket 3.0 and is an expansion of its existing relationship with NFT ticketing company TravelX, which launched in September of 22. The NFT ticketing technology built on the Algorand blockchain allows passengers to change their name, transfer, or sell their NFT tickets independently. That's cool. It's cool. This is a real use case for NFTs. Flybondi says the NFT ticket offers a more flexible travel experience that allows passengers to even buy in advance without having to define the travel plans or who the travelers will be. In return, so you have a non-refundable ticket, you can go sell it on a secondary market, easily transfer. I mean, it's such a pain in the butt to transfer things these days. In return, the airline is able to reduce customer service costs and increase its revenue from trading fees. TravelX Chief Blockchain Officer Facundo Martin Diaz said in September that the company does not charge a fee when users initially purchase a ticket, but it does receive a 2% transaction fee when trades are made on the secondary market. Airlines also get a 2% cut. Passengers can purchase travel tickets through Flybondi website using fiat currency, and TravelX issues a synchronized NFT ticket on top of the regular e-ticket. Travelers can then create a Ticket 3.0 account to manage and store their NFTs through Flybondi. Ticket-related rules and conditions are integrated into the NFT smart contract by the airline. With this launch, we seek to generate a positive impact in the aviation industry through innovation and an application of blockchain technology. Changing the rules of the game is never easy, but we know that it is our objective to evolve and offer our passengers a new stage of the freedom to fly. TravelX partnered with Spanish airline Air Europa in April 2022 to launch a series of NFT tickets linked to special perks and events. Latin American crypto exchange Lemon integrated TravelX onto its platform in October of 2022, allowing users to buy and sell airline tickets. TravelX has also made its infrastructure open so that other exchanges or marketplaces can use the TravelX API. According to the company, over 60 airlines worldwide are also exploring the use cases of its NFT tickets. Pretty cool. There you are, Rosie. Rosie Perper wrote that. Rosie Perper from CoinDesk. That's neat, right? We're happy about that, I think. Am I showing you guys this? Good. I didn't mess up. I like that. I like not messing up. All right, so let's move on to, should we talk about old Lizzie Warren's? Look, folks, one of the cool things about crypto is that it's bipartisan. There's bipartisan people that are advocating in Congress for cryptocurrencies, success or good regulation, and then there is a bipartisan group that is on the attack. Elizabeth Warren is the leader of the attackers. She's building an army. She's in this fight to put our government on the side of working families. Man, I just don't feel like you understand. Elizabeth Warren is building an anti-crypto army. Okay. Instead of building that anti-crypto army, Elizabeth, how about you just get my student loans forgiven? That would be fun. That would be so much cooler than an anti-crypto army. I don't care. I mean, I know a lot of you probably think that that's bullshit and they shouldn't. And I actually frankly do too. But if they're going to do it, believe me, I'll take advantage of it. All right. But I lean towards the side of, look, I created it. I got to deal with it. But at the same time, if they're handing out free money, I'm not going to say no, because that would be stupid, guys. Behave in your best interests. And frankly, not political advice, just like not financial advice, but also, vote and, to your best interest. Okay. So Elizabeth Warren is like that. Now, my question to you, Elizabeth Warren, is who the hell are you appealing to with your anti-crypto army? Maybe this is a popular thing in Massachusetts. Maybe this anti-crypto army is a popular thing in Massachusetts, right? Well, okay, fine. But does anybody actually, I think really the people that hate crypto, there might be, I just think that they think it's stupid. And people are losing their money, and maybe they have like some general, it's like, alt-right and Elon Musk and, crypto bros, like this kind of wash. But I really don't think that there's anything motivating for anybody to vote based on, I want to go vote for the Elizabeth, who is building an anti-crypto army. It seems like it is not a political savvy thing. And frankly, what it really does is that, sure, Elizabeth Warren is probably not going to be contested very seriously in Massachusetts. We all know for a fact that she will not become the president of the United States. She is up there in age, and she has zero charisma. I mean, she doesn't have zero charisma, but her charisma is not very good. She is not a president, and she knows that now. So, okay, so she only wants to get really reelected in Massachusetts. So maybe this is a good thing for her. But I tell you, this act, Democrats definitely are the more vocal against cryptocurrency, even though it is bipartisan. And it seems like a wild miscalculation. You are gaining no votes and you are getting people against you, and you see it. The Republicans are pouncing for sure. This is such a bad look. Free advice, political advice. This is a terrible thing. Leave it alone. Ignore it if you hate it. But she seems to think that it can take down our entire financial infrastructure. It could destroy the United States. So, I mean, maybe she really believes in this stuff. Maybe she believes what she's saying, guys. Shit. But let's just look real quick at how Republicans are jumping on this opportunity. Conservatives slam a Republican for work with Elizabeth Warren on crypto. Conservative groups are criticizing Senator Roger Marshall for teaming up with Democratic lawmakers on crypto policy, accusing the Kansas Republican of supporting big government. The Club for Growth, Americans for Tax Reform, and FreedomWorks say Marshall is slowing innovation and could force crypto companies to move overseas. Folks, hey, dummies, this is going to work for so many people. You are going to, I promise you, Democrats, you are going to get Democrats voting for Republicans with your stupid, misguided policy. It's so dumb. Such a shot in the foot for you. But whatever, do what you got to do. A trio of conservative groups are holding Roger Marshall, Kansas, feet to the fire over his work on digital asset legislation. We are extremely disappointed in your effort to attack digital asset companies. Why are you supporting new big government regulation? The conservative groups claim Marshall's efforts are likely to encourage digital asset companies to move outside of the U.S.'s jurisdiction. Yeah, that's exactly what their efforts are doing. And the letter also pointed to the recent collapses of Silicon Valley Bank and Signature Bank, saying that Marshall, Warren, and Van Hollen are trying to prevent and slow alternative vehicles for investment and their crypto policy moves. Millions of Americans hold digital assets, and they should not be punished because of Washington's long history of serving the bank lobby. Bro. Democrats, I'm sorry. This is not a political show, and I am not a political person. But if you are, somebody, this will work so good. Well, this is going to work so well. Millions of Americans hold digital assets, and they should not be punished because of Washington's long history of serving the bank lobby. If I saw a guy saying that, I'd be like, who the hell is that guy? Our gal. The letter comes after Marshall, Warren, and Van Hollen penned their own letter slamming the world's largest crypto exchange. Well, I mean, you got a point about Binance. Look, I think what's happened is these people are in a tizzy. They don't understand the industry, and they see FTX, they see CZ, they see corruption, and they have to ruin everything because of these centralized actors that have behaved poorly, right? That's obviously what they're responding to. What they don't understand is that the underlying technology and these communities that support them, in most part, of course, there's moon boys and all that stuff, but so many of us actually believe in the power of this to, just bank the unbank. I'm not going to go through all the platitudes, but it's just we actually believe in this. And so this huge miscalculation. Conservative groups have become more active on digital asset issues in recent years. During the last election cycle, the Club for Growth launched a pair of crypto-focused super PACs, which can raise and spend unlimited funds. FreedomWorks hosted a cryptocurrency conference at its, but I don't care. For her part, Warren embraces her role as a crypto critic. The Massachusetts lawmaker launched her re-election bid this week, touting a headline that says she is building an anti-crypto army. I would like to hear who is like, yes, I'm going to volunteer for her campaign because she's building an anti-crypto army. I don't know. This actually helps probably cryptocurrency if you really think about it, because the political winds always change. This helps Republicans, and this helps crypto currencies. So keep at it. Keep at it. Elizabeth Warren and friends. Chris Van Houten, is that his name? Van Hollen. All right. Sorry. That was that rant for that. And then Meme Master of the internet, he posted this. Buddy Man's Doofy is building a friendship army. And look, it's like a mashup of Elizabeth Warren and Al Gore with a little tiny hand. Doofy. Doofy.algo. It's Buddy Man, funny man. Buddy Man's a funny man. He's not a funny man. He's a funny man. Oh my God. Sorry, guys. Is anybody still watching this? When I don't look, the chat, I start to wonder, am I just did I just put lights on my face and start talking to myself in some ways? All right. Let's just let's move on from old Lizzie. Oh, but one last thing. Oh, that's funny. Live feed of Senator Warren spinning her anti-crypto army campaign banner. That's good natured. It's a good natured rib. Little jab there. Yeah, Coin Bureau is on the same page as me. He says, imagine thinking that building an anti-crypto army is going to win you votes. And then Lord TJ will push innovation offshore. And by the way, guys, we're getting towards the end of the episode. If there was any breaking news that I missed, because I've been kind of going down my agenda here, put it in the comments so I can talk about it. Because I think it was on Monday, really. It was like at 7:02 during our show, the CFTC went after Binance. Clearly, that hasn't happened because of what the markets look like. I mean, Bitcoin's still pushing up. All right, moving on from Elizabeth Warren. We don't have a ton else to talk about. I wanted to talk about Binance. This is supposed to be more of a weekly thing, but I didn't quite do that. But let's just look at this. This is a Cointelegraph article. U.S. and China. Oops, sorry. U.S. and China try to crush Binance. SBS. Okay, so this is Cointelegraph. This is by Jiwon Sun. Sorry, I don't know how to say that first name. All right, Binance's secret U.S. users. So this is a recap show. So we're going to just kind of real quick. There was some new-ish information in here when I read this. So I'm going to share this as part of the recap. So on the 27th, which was Monday, the CFTC charged Binance, its founder CZ, with alleged willful evasion of federal law and operating an illegal digital asset exchange. It was a 74-page complaint that despite the exchange's public position of banning U.S. users, internal documents suggest that at least 20 to 30% of the exchange's traffic came from the U.S. You could see that based on the trading activity. It was mainly during U.S. Market hours. That equates to almost 3 million alleged U.S. users by mid-2020. Crypto exchanges are required to register with either the CFTC or the SEC before soliciting U.S. customers. However, the CFTC alleged that Binance ignored such a ruling, as its executives claimed that the regulations were not reasonable in the context of Binance's corporate structure and that it was more profitable to simply bypass them. Wouldn't that be nice if you could just be like, look, we wanted to be regulated, but it just makes us a lot more money if we're not. So peace. Since the allegation surfaced, Chicago quantitative trading firm Radix Trading has confirmed that it was one of the 3 high volume trading. So there was some Chicago quant firms that were providing much of the liquidity on Binance. And if you've been paying attention to volume on Binance, it is significantly lower because I'm sure Radix, after getting a call from the CFTC and whoever else, decided to pull their liquidity from Binance. Founded in China by CZ in 2017, Binance quickly became the world's largest crypto exchange. Lax, their regulators don't like them because of their lax KYC and anti-money laundering measures. Anything interesting? From heated okay, I didn't read this part. From heated diplomatic arguments on human rights issues to ruffling feathers in the South China Sea, the U.S. and China, two major superpowers, often find little common ground in everyday global affairs. However, it appears the two have finally found an entity worthy of mutual disdain. Binance. See, folks, that bipartisanship stretches to the biggest of foes. You got Roger Marshall from Kansas and Elizabeth Warren. And then on a greater scale, you've got the US government and the Chinese government. So look, folks, who said that cryptocurrency doesn't bring people together? Around the same time, the CFTC unveiled its investigation of millions of allegedly undisclosed US users on Binance. Fake addresses, VPNs, non-Chinese affiliated email addresses, yada, yada. You guys all know how to do that. The same week, an investigation by the Financial Times alleged that Binance had significant ties to mainland China, despite its relocation in 2017. Speaking on the matter, a Binance spokesman told Cointelegraph that Binance does not operate in China, nor do we have any technology, including servers or data, based in China. We strongly reject assertions to the contrary. USA, China, crushing Binance. Look at the muscles on China. SBF alleged 40 million bribe to Chinese officials. Okay, moving on. But then there was one more thing. Let's just look at this real quick. Since they did name the firm, Chicago-based Radix Trading is one of three quant firms in Binance suit. Chicago-based told the Wall Street Journal that it's unidentified. It is the unidentified trading firm A mentioned in the CFTC's complaint. Talked about at least three U.S.-based quant firms that were active on Binance, even though American customers were supposed to be banned from trading there. Co-founder Benjamin Blander told the Journal his company traded on Binance for several years via offshore affiliates and a prime brokerage. We got legal vetting on anything we did in terms of crypto connectivity. Blander told the newspaper his firm was cooperating with the CFTC prior to the lawsuit, and he does not believe Radix is the target of any investigation. Radix's role in crypto is not well known in the Chicago trading community or crypto industry. One of its founders, Michael Rochman, previously had a senior role at Getco, a now defunct firm that was a pioneer in high-frequency trading. Radix did not respond to a request for comment sent before the Journal story came out. So we're finding out who be doing that. All right. Well, we also we got Jim Cramer posting the other day, bizarre happy days are here again, feeling here. What a sentence, Jim. Bizarre happy days are here again, feeling here. Well, bizarre sentences are also here again, but that seems bullish, which is very, very scary. And then we got a friend of Algo there, Crypto Zen. Give you a follow back there, Crypto Zen. .algo. And then Rob Nunn shit. RIP the stock. Chalmers' burner. All right. So everybody jokingly reacts when he's bullish. The inverse Kramer index, I think, is a very, very well performing thing. And then Michael Burry tweeted, have I not been showing this? Well, now we're on to Michael Burry. You guys heard me. If you didn't see the Jim Cramer thing, you heard it. But Michael Burry, I think you did. Michael Burry tweeted, going back to the 1920s, there has been no buy the fucking dip generation like you. Congratulations. And then he said, I was wrong to say sell. And then that disturbing school shooting in Nashville. All right. Well, guys, what's going on? Are you still here? Some of you are. Thanks for sticking around. Let's see what we got here. Algo making moves up again. 23. Oh, in the short term. Okay. Yeah, everything should be moving up right now. Good vibes. Been smacking that 50-day. Good morning. CBDC's on the way. I'm out of here. Have a good day, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, Chris. Maximus, still here, Goof. Be careful flying too close to the black hole that is Warren's soul. Just me, Coop. It's just Chris here. And then he had to get out of here after he admitted to being him. Guess you'll be forced to enlist in our anti-crypto army, Chris Winter. What does Chris Winter say? More importantly, what does it mean for me living in Massachusetts? No idea. Oh, that's actually an interesting point, Jesse. I didn't even think about that. Like, if Massachusetts is in fact very anti-crypto, Algorand Inc. is in Boston. What are you guys talking about? You guys are just having your own. Hey, I'm glad that I could. You guys have me like on the side, yammering around, yammering along, and having a good conversation. I appreciate you. How would the community react to merging? Okay, what is Chris floating? So Chris wants to know, what do you guys think about Algorand projects merging to grow features and get through the bear market? So what does that look like? Does that look like Humble Pact or something? I guess Chris left, so he's not here anymore. But John Wood said no reason to worry about ParaWeb earlier in the week. Terry says, I have most of my funds on AlgoFi. Wish me luck. I believe, and Wilder, when I said I couldn't, because I was having a hard time remembering if it had launched before or in the middle. I believe also, if I remember correctly, that Web launched before, and then they just really kind of escalated quickly to help support Rekeen. I believe Web launched before, but most projects didn't update to the new Paraconnect version until after the exploit. Yeah. Thanks, Wilder. And then Wilder also agrees with Chris that could be an excellent idea if there's strong leadership. Scotty's sentiment has been great lately, for sure. It really has. It's getting better. My personal opinion, which could definitely be wrong, is we're in for more pain. I want that shoe to drop before I get comfortable. But I'm starting to, I'm feeling more optimistic. My mood is improved. How would the community react to merging the tokens? Okay, so Chris is indicating something here. Merging the tokens, though. Like, what projects would merge that have tokens? Right. So Wilder's proposing the vestige model. Yeah, I actually do have a kind of like I have like a rug NFT wallet that I didn't rekey that does have some decent, still probably has a couple of okay NFTs in it. I should get those off. Well, certainly dexes, if there's not a ton of liquidity, that consolidating liquidity would be good for swaps and everything. Oh, I like this better. I need a haircut. All right, so there you go. And then you guys got distracted by Then you guys got distracted by what I was saying. Okay. All right, guys. Well, look, we did it. Yeah. It sounds like a nice idea. Two brains better than one. Possibly could work out, even if not, might be worth the try about merging. I'd be interested in send your NFTs here. Oh yeah, CJ, are you the one that has the? Was it you that asked me, and I never followed through on the rug NFTs? Give me the if CJ that is you, can you DM me the wallet again, and I will spend some time sending those NFTs to that rug wallet, and I'll just completely close out that wallet that I made. That is not rekeyed, unless it's already been rekeyed by this monster that continues to drain people's funds. For what reason? I don't know. I don't know. But all right, guys. Well, that completes week 6 of the ReCoop Live. I appreciate you guys. I'll be back Monday, every day next week. We're going to keep on trucking. Let's see what happens this weekend. Let's see what happens today. You can find me on Twitter. Make sure you follow me at @Coop_Daniels. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. This is only going to grow, and I'm going to only deliver more content. So eventually, it won't just be the live morning show. I will be clipping out things. The show will have more structure, so it'll be easier to clip out things. And I'm going to do, deep dives on different cryptocurrencies. I'm going to be talking about different things. I'm going to try to open up, make this a wider tent, and have some fun in the meantime. All right. So if you are out there and you want to help the show in any way, please reach out. I'd be happy to have your help. I'm looking for sponsors. I got a fantastic response to having some sponsors, and I'm going to set that up. And moving forward, folks, let's grow it and let's have some fun doing it. All right. Peace. Have a good weekend.